Okay, well, obviously the biggest news in the entire world right now is Iran attacking Israel, Israel attacking Iran, destroying here, destroying there, everything blowing up. But I mean, yeah, it's insane to see. You see these videos online and you're like, what the fuck, man? Like, it's definitely game on between these two countries. But we've been here before. We've totally been here before. This shit will just seemingly just dissipate in a day or two and just all melt away, going away and not becoming anything important. But yeah, I mean, like these insane videos, just boom, blowing up the side of the buildings. People have been killed in Israel. People have been killed in Iran. You really got to ask yourself, when is it actually all gonna just pop off and become fucking World War III? Look at all the misinformation you have. New fridge, massive in Iran. That was from October 2024. That was from October when that was happening, isn't it? So I mean, this shit has been going on forever, and it's gonna keep going on. Now, whether it simmers down and quiets down for a while and just kind of becomes stationary is up for debate, obviously. But I would say that we could be in for some insanity here. They're This is all part of a bigger thing. Second round of attacks, and you have Western media immediately downplaying and attempting to try and tell everyone it's all okay, don't worry, nothing's gonna happen, you're all safe and protected. But I mean, there's fucking wars going on in our world that are insane, and this could definitely affect us because why? Iran is part of this greater alliance of countries that's growing against you know Iran's not part of BRICS, but these countries are definitely starting to ally up against the West for sure. Whether or not BRICS and the currency system or this loose alliance between North Korea, China, that and North Korea, Iran, Russia, they all are in it together because they want to destroy the West and they want to become the most powerful nation on earth. That's how this works. This is how this works. And remember when this happened, October, massive missile strike that was coming down, and people were just like, "Oh my God, this is crazy! It's World War III," and it all just kind of simmered. Look at the India-Pakistan thing. It all just kind of simmered and went away. That's because the status quo likes to be maintained. That was that. But this was like just recently. This was a big thing, and it all started with Israel's massive attack that they hit Iran with everything. They got rid of their nuclear capabilities. Now I've maintained for a long time probably they have nukes. I would imagine they probably have several of them uh, deep within. They have these massive underground cities of that they can't be hit smartly enough that they can't be taken out as easily, and they have just manufacturing plants of missiles everywhere. But yeah, it's crazy shit. And of course, Western media is on 24/7. Look at poor Israel. But I mean, this it takes two to tango, and they both have been fighting each other relentlessly for years. They definitely have. It definitely takes two to tango. A total of 3 people were killed. Now, I question that number. I highly question that number because I know that Western media loves to downplay and they love to hide things from our whole media system operates on the fact that we generally just um, don't like to hear bad news, and they don't like to report bad news, but they'll report it if they have to. So I mean, Iran's claiming they got 78 people killed, including some massive uh, generals and such. But yeah, I mean, this is the world we live in, people. This is massive wars that the end game is always, nuclear, nuclear holocaust all across the world, between Russia and U.S., two of the powers with the most nukes. There are other countries that can get nukes, and nukes could potentially become easier to create in the future. So I mean, fuck, you never know. And I suspect that Iran already has nukes somehow, and that they don't, they don't want to lose their nuclear facilities. But yeah, I mean, obviously, uh, there are, yeah, obviously they're gonna not want to continue to lose the capability to make them. But I suspect they have a lot. Uh, 20 children in Iran, so I mean, it's just like Gaza has gotten bigger, the Gaza crisis. And it's crazy to see. It was crazy yesterday. I was just like, you can tell that a lot of people in the West, they just want to put it out of their mind. They just want to like pretend that it's not happening. They don't want to think about it. They don't want to, nothing bad can happen in the world, especially when they're safe and protected. But this is an insane event. Saudi Arabia, they're all in on it. Same with India. Is like India is like playing both sides of the fence. And what the fuck happened to that India-Pakistan war? You know what I mean? So everything is just verging on the brink these days. We're living in crazy times, that's for sure, and it's only gonna get crazier. Yeah. What are the worst case scenarios? The BBC says America gets dragged in. Well, America's already in the war, whether or not they like to admit it. Um, Gulf nations get dragged in. They probably won't because they like to just stay out of everything, and Saudi Arabia can just sit back making trillions. Israel fails to destroy Iran's nuclear capability. Well, like I said, they probably already have nuclear warheads. So, whether or not they've taken those out, we're never going to know. Nobody knows if they have them or not, and they're not going to tell us. And even if they did know that Iran had nukes or even the capacity to continue making nukes, do you think they'd tell us? Yeah, and that's the thing, Iran has been very, very resistive of attack. This attack obviously had to come, these ballistic missile attacks, but they could have just unleashed absolute hellstorm on Israel. Israel's a tiny country, in case you know, it's a tiny fraction of power in the Middle East, but very powerful little corner of it. So I mean, yeah, they could open up to, just fucking absolute insanity and just sending everything they have, and they have a lot hidden in those tunnel cities. They've got a shitload of munition. So yeah, you have to watch these things, because who do you think side China and Russia are on? I think they're on Israel's side? No. They've already came out and condemned Israel. So yeah, I mean they're obviously on that. They're against Israel. So who do you think side they're on? They get all their oil from Iran. Now you got to think about these things because it's all a part of the bigger picture here. This is not like, oh, there's a little war in the Middle East we can just stay away of. No, look at how the Gaza thing has spread. Look at how these issues come around. They don't stay in these tiny corners of the world. They grow and build. That's how it happened with World War One. That's how it happened with World War Two, and that's how it'll happen here. These world conflicts are interconnected. The same way we're all interconnected around the world. These wars are fought all around the world. people and ideologies fight consistently. But yeah, I mean, don't expect this to stop getting interesting, because it's definitely gonna get interesting, and just some of the videos, just insanity, man. Look at this one. That was the 2024 one. Lots of misinformation. I saw a AI generated video of almost like a nuke going off in Iran, I mean Israel, or Tel Aviv. So I mean, yeah, it's crazy shit. It's certainly crazy shit, and it's only gonna get worse. Only gonna get worse. Whether this happens right away, whether you have years of continual escalation to eventually that. But one thing's for certain is that, like, yeah, that's April. Iran direct hit Tel Aviv, 200 ballistic attacks. The air defense does keep up, but not not invulnerable, that's for sure. Here, let's look at this one. Because this was the big one. Everyone was like, when Israel was attacking Iran, it was like, okay, like they're taking out generals, they're blowing shit up. Most people didn't really that, but when it came back the next day, everybody was like, okay, this is game on. And it's been quiet for another, 12 hours or whatever. Been very quiet. Yeah, it's very quiet. Look at that damage, just blows up the side of the building. Craziness. God. The need for him, whatever, to get involved in all this is just hilarious. That is devastating. Now, you cannot tell me only 3 people have died out of all that. That is insanity. All of those people in those 5 houses probably were almost taken out. Weird. You're seeing weirder and weirder shit online. Things are constantly happening. Yeah, trust me. Nothing ever happens. People, you know, it's gonna happen. The world is not gonna maintain itself for forever. Certainly not. It's driving people mad because we're right on the threshold of global warfare. And is it going to be another 5 years, 10 years, 2 weeks? Who knows? There's no way of knowing. And nobody's going to tell us, even if they knew. But when you look at these pictures and you think to yourself, like, fuck. Yeah, like, that's a very western city getting blown up. Craziness. Fuck. Can you imagine being in there? Yeah, highly doubt the three killed. Highly doubted. There's got to be a lot more than that. Yeah, both sides are really going at it, aren't they? Yeah, I know, and that's is this looks like Gaza. Turn parts of Tel Aviv into Gaza. Crazy. Oh, the only thing that's for sure is it's for sure gonna get more interesting. That's for sure. That's fucking nuts. Imagine seeing that outside your window.